Trump's tariff shock or India's opportunity? Can India turn crisis into advantage? At a time when the global economy seemed to be running in stable rhythm and global trade was considered the most powerful engine of human progress, a sudden jolt shook the world. A jolt that rippled from America to Asia and from Europe to Africa, rattling every major stock market. The name of that jolt? Trump's tariff war. As soon as US President Donald Trump announced heavy tariffs on Chinese and other foreign products, it was as if a bold stain appeared on the once shining picture of globalization. But the real question is this just a stain or a new pathway for India? Today, we'll dive deep into this topic and explore whether this global trade shock could actually open doors for India. But before we begin, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss any updates from us. Let's begin today's discussion without any delay. When globalization was first embraced, it was seen as the key to development. The idea was simple: whichever country could produce a product more efficiently and at a lower cost would supply it to the world, benefiting everyone. China adopted this philosophy early and with unmatched scale. It boosted its manufacturing capacity to such an extent that the entire world became a consumer of Chinese goods. But was this truly beneficial for every country? Over time, many nations realized that in the pursuit of cheap imports, their own factories were shutting down, industries were collapsing, and unemployment was rising steadily. Even developed nations like the United States began to feel the pinch, and that's when Trump's tariff war began. So now the question arises, if even a country like America feels the need to become self-reliant, then isn't Gandhiji's philosophy of self-sufficiency more relevant than ever today? The concept of self-reliance that Mahatma Gandhi advocated during India's freedom struggle was never limited to just political independence. He considered economic freedom equally essential. When he called for the boycott of foreign cloth, his intention was clear: Indians should embrace handmade, local products and foster industries in every village. This wasn't an emotional outcry, it was a result of strategic foresight. That's why, even when British textile mills suffered due to this movement, the workers there didn't oppose Gandhi. In fact, they respected him. Gandhiji tried to show the world that unless every person and every village is capable of fulfilling their own basic needs, the idea of true economic freedom is meaningless. Today, when cheap Chinese products flood global markets, we must reflect on his wisdom. Despite China's industrial dominance, its own laborers don't necessarily enjoy better lives. The real profits go to corporations and capitalists, while in other countries, people lose their jobs and local economies suffer. For a country like India, with a vast population and a large youth demographic grappling with unemployment, Trump's tariff policy can actually be seen as an opportunity. As the US distances itself from China, a significant export market could open up for India. But this opportunity will only be meaningful if India focuses on enhancing its production capacity, improving quality, and becoming truly self-reliant. The real question is, are we ready to recognize and seize this moment? Let's turn our attention toward rural India. The farmer, who is the backbone of the country, still doesn't receive fair compensation for his hard work. Whether it's poor rainfall or a bumper harvest, the one who suffers most is the farmer. When production increases, market prices drop, and farmers are forced to let tons of tomatoes or onions rot in the fields because selling them isn't even worth the cost of transportation. Meanwhile, traders and middlemen process the same produce, add attractive packaging, and sell it at high prices in urban markets. This creates the wealth gap, the disparity between producers and traders. The same inequality is visible at the international level. A few powerful countries, large corporations, and wealthy merchants reap the profits, while small producers, whether farmers or artisans, only labor but see no gain. This cycle needs to be broken. And that will only happen when we become self-reliant, building an economy where value addition and profit do not bypass the hands that work the hardest. Imagine if farmers had access to small, affordable processing machines. If tomatoes could be turned into sauce right at the farm, if onions could be dried and stored, or if mango pulp could be packaged into amavat, fruit leather, then farmers would finally earn the real profit from their own produce. This is the true path to self-reliance. And this idea isn't new. In earlier times, households, especially women, would dry seasonal fruits and vegetables to preserve them for the entire year. Homemade vadi, sun-dried lentil dumplings, digestive powders, and preserved mango slices were staples in many homes. These weren't just cultural traditions, they were examples of grassroots self-sufficiency. Globalization may have connected the world, but it has also distanced us from our villages, our soil, and our roots. Trump's tariff war may have shaken the global economy, but perhaps for us, it's a wake-up call. Maybe this is the right time to rebuild our policies, our production systems, and our trade practices at the local level. Because true strength lies not in dependence, but in the power to create, process, and thrive right where we are. India has the power to turn this moment into an opportunity. We have a vast market, a skilled workforce, abundant natural resources, and most importantly, a conscious and driven youth that genuinely wants to contribute to the nation's growth. If the government, industries, and citizens unite and work together toward the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, self-reliant India, we can not only recover from this global jolt but also emerge as a new economic powerhouse. Remember, every crisis brings with it an opportunity. The world may be troubled by Trump's tariff war, but India doesn't need to panic, it needs to reflect. Reflect on the idea that we, too, can become a trusted global manufacturing hub and do it without exploitation, without pollution, and while prioritizing the well-being of our own people. Self-reliance isn't just a slogan, it's the path to the future. It's an idea that brings not only economic strength but also dignity and self-respect. If India can transform this crisis born out of Trump's tariffs into a strategic opportunity, it could well become a turning point in our history. And finally, let us once again remember Gandhiji's words. Our true development will come when every village is no longer dependent on others for its essential resources. Today, as global supply chains are crumbling, this idea is emerging once again with renewed energy and relevance. Trump's tariff is a warning, but also a challenge. It's up to us whether we see it as a crisis or an opportunity. If we take the right steps now, then in the coming decades, India may not only become self-reliant, but also a nation that leads the world forward.
If this video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.